I just came to realize so many people have difficulties of applying the news when it comes to now trending in the real market. I had a class where I taught the full things about the fundamental analysis. We talked about the fundamental analysis, monetary policies, economic indicators. We talked about a lot of things over here. You can just check on geopolitical event and all that. But when it comes to applying this in a practical way, somehow it is just a challenge to some of the people, and that is what I'm just going to explain today. Assume there is news. How is it going to affect something like Euro USD? How is it going to affect USD JPY? How is it going to affect the gold? That is what we are going to talk about today in this video in a very few minutes right over here. And to know how to do all this, first of all, start by subscribing to the channel. Just do that to join this amazing family over here. If you have any question, comment down one in below. I'll make sure that I reply all your question. Kindly subscribe now. Let's take something like employment rate over here. Now assume this employment rate, and in this case we are talking about the US. Okay, this is US. This is the simplest one. I'm going to explain this so that you can just understand. Now all this depends, the news that are just released, they actually get released according to the currency. Just for one currency, for example, this employment rate, you just go to the US, you see news. Actually they count this forex factory calendar. You can just check on that forex factory, okay, of calendar. You just any calendar you can just see. There are a lot of calendars that you can just use over there. Now let's talk about the employment in the US. Assume now the employment, actually the previous one was 250, okay, 250,000. that is one what was printed maybe last month. But now the prediction now predicts the employment is going to be 300k. okay, now we are now waiting for the employment maybe to come and be printed above. And when you just click this, you see if this actually print more than this one, then it's going to make the currency strong. Now when we talk about all these things, about the forex market, about the news and all these things, they either make the currency weak or strong. Okay, they either make the currency either weak or strong. Now when we talk about the employment rate over here, assume there's increase in employment, and maybe when the news is actually released and data is actually released, assume now that it prints something like 500k. So you can see this was unexpected, and that means this jump from expectation of 300 to 500k, which makes the US dollar to be strong. Okay, USD will just be strong. Now let's just go to the months. Okay, you are trending something like Euro USD, okay, and this one has become strong. That is means that is increased in size. Okay, assume there is less value. This is like one something like this. This is just a this is not something like a ratio. You can call this ratio or 1/2 or 1/2 something. This is like Euro out of USD. okay, it's just the same as this. It's just the same as that. Okay, it just says the same as this one. So this was just an example to show you the value. So it's like this one. For example, let's say Euro USD. When this becomes stronger, it means it increases in size. Okay, when this increases in size, the value at the end of the value will have the small digit, which means the value here will just go down. Let me just take an example. We have Euro USD. Assume Euro is 1 and USD is 1. Okay, when dollar actually becomes strong, it increases in size. For example, let's see now 1/1 is equal to 1, but now because this employment rate and the dollar now increases in size, which is 1 probably out of 2 it has increased from this, because employment has increased, which has made this stronger. Then here we have 0.5. So if you just grow a graph over here, you see the value was here, but actually will just reduce to here, which means this is what we call the bear market. You see the bear market, okay? So if this 0, 0.5, 1 here, against all this, so you see it will come from here to around here, where we see now the market in a bear market. Okay, so you have seen how news can just affect, because we talk about the weakening and the strength of the currency. Assume there's something like euro, there's USD. Let me just draw another one here, the final one, so that you can just understand. Assume there's something like USD JPY, okay? JPY, okay? So what about this one? What if the employment actually increases from maybe we expected something like 300k, previous was 250k. We expected this one and actually printed something like 600k. This makes it to be again stronger. USD won't be stronger, and that's why we have USD something like JPY is equals to value. So let's see, will the increase of this make the bull or bear? Okay, now when you have something all like this one is equal to 1, okay, but when we increase the USD over here to become 2 out of 1, you can see it will become 2. So which means we just be having a bull market. And actually the opposite of that is true. If we have this weakening, if we have USD where it just weakens, maybe to come from 1 to come to 0.05, this will become 0.5 and it will be opposite of that. This value that I'm writing over here and just examples to show you where the market actually will just be ending in case we have the bull and the bear market. So that is the simple explanation that I can just show you over here, how the news affect the currency pair and the movement in the bull or the bear market in everything. Something like gold, you can come up with something called like this. So if you have gold over here, you can see we have it ending with USD. Same things apply. If the gold weakens over here, then bull. If this becomes stronger, we have this. Okay, so that's how things are calculated right over here. If you love this video, make sure that you subscribe down over there. See you next time. Bye bye.